Hello everyone, welcome to this lesson. In this video, we will study CBSE Class 10 Employability Skills Part A. This is Unit 1, Communication Skills, and the topic of this chapter is Methods of Communication. Communication is an important skill in our daily life. It helps us express our ideas, share information, and understand others better. Good communication improves relationships, builds confidence, and helps us succeed in school, workplace, and society. In this chapter, we will learn about different methods of communication such as verbal, nonverbal, and visual communication, along with their importance and uses. So, let us begin and understand the methods of communication in detail. In this chapter, we will cover several important topics related to communication skills. First, we will start with the introduction, where we will understand what communication is and why it is important. Next, we will learn about the methods of communication used to share information. After that, we will study verbal communication, which involves communication through spoken and written words. Then, we will explore nonverbal communication, which includes body language, gestures, and facial expressions. We will also discuss visual communication, where information is conveyed through images, charts, symbols, and other visual aids. Finally, we will end the chapter with a conclusion to summarize the key points learned. Let us begin with the introduction to communication. Communication is the process of sharing information, opinions, ideas, and beliefs between two or more people. It involves a continuous activity of speaking, listening, and understanding. In our daily life, people use different forms of communication. These include written words, spoken words, body gestures, and many other methods. The main purpose of communication is to ensure that the other person clearly understands the message being conveyed. Effective communication helps people exchange ideas, reduce misunderstandings, and build better relationships. Now let us understand the methods of communication. Communication can be broadly divided into three main types. The first type is verbal communication, which involves the use of spoken or written words to share information and ideas. The second type is nonverbal communication. This includes body language, facial expressions, gestures, and eye contact that help convey feelings or messages without using words. The third type is visual communication, where information is communicated through visual aids such as images, charts, graphs, symbols, and diagrams. Together, these methods help people communicate messages clearly and effectively. Now let us understand verbal communication. Verbal communication is the most common and popular method of sharing information or ideas. In this type of communication, people use words to express their thoughts, feelings, and ideas to others. It mainly involves speaking and writing to convey messages. Language plays a very important role in verbal communication. Therefore, developing strong language and linguistic skills is essential for communicating clearly and effectively. Good verbal communication helps people express their ideas confidently and understand others better. Let us now look at the classification of verbal communication. Verbal communication mainly uses words to convey messages. It can be divided into two primary mediums: oral communication and written communication. Oral communication includes spoken interactions such as conversations, discussions, speeches, and presentations. Written communication includes letters, reports, emails, messages, and other written documents used to share information. Verbal communication can also be further classified into intrapersonal and interpersonal communication. Intrapersonal communication refers to the communication we have with ourselves, such as thinking or self-reflection. interpersonal communication occurs between two or more people and can be direct communication, small group communication, or public communication depending on the number of participants. Let us now understand oral communication. Oral communication refers to the use of spoken words to convey a message. It is a two-way process that involves both speaking and listening. Oral communication can be formal or informal and may take place through face-to-face conversations or with the help of devices such as telephones, loudspeakers, or tape recorders. It is commonly used in business meetings, classroom lectures, presentations, and speeches. Effective oral communication requires attentiveness, clarity, and acceptance by the listener. Therefore, it is important to be precise and effective while speaking. Developing public speaking skills also plays a key role in improving oral communication. To improve oral communication skills, several important factors should be considered. The first factor is speech, which refers to the clarity and way we pronounce words while speaking. Next is vocabulary. Having a good vocabulary helps us express our ideas more clearly and effectively. Another factor is rhythm, which means maintaining a natural flow while speaking. Tone is also important, as it reflects our attitude and emotions while communicating. Finally, pitch refers to the variation in the highness or lowness of our voice, which makes speech more engaging and meaningful. Together, these factors help make oral communication clear, confident, and effective. There are several useful tips to improve oral communication skills. First, read out loud regularly. This helps improve pronunciation, fluency, and confidence while speaking. Second, you can record your reading using audio or video. Listening to your recordings helps you identify the areas where you need improvement. Another important tip is to talk to people in a manner that shows interest and attention. This makes communication more effective and engaging. Finally, participate in activities that involve public speaking, such as presentations, discussions, or debates. This helps build confidence and improves overall speaking skills. Let us now understand written communication. Written communication means conveying messages through written words. It is often considered more valid and reliable than spoken communication because it creates a permanent record. Effective writing requires a careful choice of words and proper organization of sentences so that the message is clear and easy to understand. One important advantage of written communication is that it creates a record that can be saved and referred to later. Written communication can be formal or informal and includes letters, reports, memos, circulars, questionnaires, and manuals. Today, digital platforms such as emails and messaging apps like WhatsApp are also widely used for written communication. Let us now look at some tips to improve written communication. First, expand your vocabulary by learning new words and practicing forming sentences using them. Next, learn to spell words correctly. Using tools like flashcards can help you master English spellings. Another important tip is to read regularly, as reading helps you understand how words are used appropriately in different contexts. You should also improve your grammar and use the correct tense and punctuation while writing. Finally, always keep your audience in mind while writing so that your message is clear, meaningful, and easy to understand. Now let us understand intrapersonal communication. Intrapersonal communication is a very private form of communication that takes place within a person. It involves the silent conversations we have with ourselves, where we think, reflect, or analyze our thoughts and feelings. In this type of communication, we play the roles of both the sender and the receiver at the same time. For example, When we appreciate something beautiful, rehearse a message before speaking to others, or write a diary or personal journal, we are practicing intrapersonal communication. This type of communication helps us understand ourselves better and organize our thoughts clearly. Now let us understand interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication takes place between two individuals where information, ideas, and feelings are exchanged. In this process, both individuals continuously switch roles between the sender and the receiver to communicate effectively. This is the most common type of communication that happens in our daily life, such as when we talk with our friends, family members, or colleagues. Interpersonal communication can also be further classified based on the number of participants involved in the communication process. Now let us understand dyadic communication. Dyadic communication is a type of interpersonal communication that takes place between two people. In this form of communication, both individuals interact directly and exchange information with each other. A common example of dyadic communication is two friends talking face to face. It can also occur when two business colleagues communicate through a telephone call or an email. This type of communication allows clear interaction and direct feedback between the two participants. Next, let us understand small group communication. Small group communication occurs when more than two people are involved in the communication process. In this type of communication, the number of participants is small, which allows everyone to interact and share ideas with each other. Usually, one person speaks at a time while the others listen, making the communication more organized and effective. Examples of small group communication include press conferences, board meetings, and teleconferences where a limited number of people participate in discussions and decision-making. Now let us understand public communication. Public communication occurs when one individual speaks to a large group of people. In this type of communication, a single speaker delivers a message while many people listen at the same time. It is commonly used to share information, express ideas, or address an audience on important topics. A common example of public communication is public speaking, such as speeches delivered at events, seminars, or public gatherings. Let us now look at the functions of verbal communication. Verbal communication plays an important role in our daily life. It helps people represent objects, ideas, places, and experiences using words. One important function is that it helps us maintain relationships with others through conversation and interaction. It also helps us organize complex ideas and experiences into meaningful categories, making them easier to understand. Verbal communication helps us define reality and express our thoughts clearly. It also supports our thinking process, as language helps us analyze and understand ideas. Finally, verbal communication can also be used to reward or punish, depending on how words are used in different situations. Now let us understand nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication takes place without using spoken or written words. It depends on various nonverbal signals such as body movements, gestures, facial expressions, symbols, images, and signal charts to express feelings, attitudes, or information. Nonverbal communication can often convey human emotions more accurately than verbal communication. It is an important part of communication in classrooms, workplaces, and daily interactions. It also shows how we listen, look, and react while interacting with others, such as classmates or coworkers. To become an effective communicator, it is important to have control over both verbal and nonverbal communication. Now let us look at some tips to improve nonverbal communication. For effective communication, it is important to follow certain good practices. First, use appropriate facial expressions while communicating with others, as they help express your feelings clearly. Second, maintain eye contact, especially during classroom discussions or presentations. Eye contact shows confidence and willingness to connect with the audience. You should also vary your vocal pattern and avoid speaking in a monotonous voice. Avoid defensive gestures, such as crossing your hands in front of your chest or keeping them behind your back. Also, do not fidget with your hands or clothes. During presentations, stand straight and move with confidence and ease, which helps create a positive impression. Let us now understand the functions of nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication can emphasize verbal communication. For example, a head nod or head shake can reinforce the message of yes or no. It can also replace verbal communication by using actions or behaviors such as waving, nodding, or shaking the head. Nonverbal communication can complement or reinforce what we are saying, helping the listener understand the message better. It is also used to express emotions such as happiness, sadness, or surprise through facial expressions and body language. Finally, nonverbal communication can provide feedback. For example, when an audience smiles or nods during a discussion, it shows agreement with the speaker. Let us now discuss some nonverbal practices to follow during an interview. First, maintain eye contact with the interviewer for a few seconds at a time. This shows confidence and attentiveness. You should also smile and nod at appropriate times when the interviewer is speaking. Always be polite and keep an even tone while speaking. Avoid speaking too loudly or too softly. While sitting, do not slouch. Maintain a straight and confident posture. Try to relax and lean slightly towards the interviewer, as it shows interest and engagement. Avoid leaning back. Keep your feet on the floor and your back supported by the chair. Listen carefully to what the interviewer says, do not interrupt, and remain attentive throughout the conversation. Finally, rest your arm comfortably on the chair or on your lap to appear calm and confident. Now let us understand visual communication. Visual communication refers to the conveyance of ideas and information through things that can be seen by the eyes. The history of visual communication goes back to a time before writing was invented, when people used pictures and symbols to express ideas. Visual communication is considered very effective because the human mind processes images much faster than text or spoken words. Communication can be made more meaningful by using visual aids such as signs, graphic designs, graphs, diagrams, films, posters, maps, charts, and digital media. For example, in schools, models of the solar system or the skeleton system help students understand concepts easily. Similarly, traffic signs and symbols are used to communicate important information quickly. Let us now look at some important points to consider while preparing a presentation. First, make sure that your content is suitable for visual presentation. All fonts used in the presentation should be clear, readable, and appropriate for the communication style. Important information can be highlighted using callouts, but they should be used in moderation. The content should be arranged in a logical order. Too much information in one slide can make the message look cluttered and difficult to understand. Illustrations should match the topic being discussed, and icons should be simple, easy to understand, and universal. Choose visual devices carefully so that they support your content. Avoid unnecessary designs such as excessive 3D charts or distracting elements. Finally, use colors wisely to highlight important information, ensuring that your presentation looks attractive and clear. let us conclude the chapter. Communication plays a very important role in our daily life. It helps people understand each other better, remove misunderstandings, and create clarity of thought. Communication can take many forms such as written, oral, formal, informal, visual, interpersonal, and intrapersonal communication. Each form of communication helps people share knowledge, express ideas, and build stronger connections with others. Therefore, developing good communication skills is essential for success in education, workplace, and everyday life. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this lesson helpful, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more educational content. You can download the complete notes from the link given in the description box. Also, join our Telegram channel for study materials and updates, and follow our Instagram page for more educational content. All the links are provided in the description box below. Keep learning and stay connected.